This is Jim Hodge, Managing Broker at Apex Ventures Real Estate. Should you be a landlord of rental property? It's a question we deal with from individuals all the time. One of the things I like to ask prospective owners is, do they have the money to operate that property? Treat it like a business. I usually phrase that by saying, can you afford for your rental property to be vacant for 3 months and also replace a water heater at the same time? If that owner's eyes start to roll back in his head, I can pretty well figure out he doesn't have the money to be a landlord. We don't want to get a tenant involved in a situation where a landlord does not have the financial resources. You have to be able to treat that property or properties like a business, not like an emotionally passionate hobby. One way to distance yourself from that emotion, if that's the situation that you find yourself in, is to hire a professional property manager. Many of my owners will look at that property from a business standpoint and say, well, if I've got a mortgage, my tenant can pay their rent and that'll cover my mortgage, and I'll take care of the maintenance issues. So that's just one way to look at that. Ideally, we would like to have owners who have their rental properties paid for. That takes a lot of pressure off of them. If you're an owner who's got to have a rent check every month in order to make that mortgage payment, then you need more financial resources in order to cushion, because there are going to be months when the rent doesn't come in, the property is vacant, and so forth. You also need to plan and budget for major expenditures. Roofs are not cheap. You're talking thousands of dollars there. And you cannot rent legally, at least in our market, a property that has an interior roof leak. And you can only patch an old roof so many times. You also need to allow for replacing floor coverings, carpet, hardwoods, vinyls, ceramic tile, and major appliances in your kitchen: stoves, refrigerator, dishwasher. And you also have to have some reserve set aside for that great unknown, that unexpected, unplanned for happening, that event that suddenly you've got to fork out hundreds or thousands of dollars. As a property manager, we will help that owner plan for those expenditures. We'll look at those maintenance items, and there's no greater compliment that an owner can give me when I call and say, hey, we've got a situation here, it's going to cost you $450, it's going to cost you $4,000, and for that owner to say, you've earned my trust, go ahead and do what you think is best. That's one of the reasons to use a professional property manager. Thank you.